Good morning. I apologize for not getting to this yesterday. It was one of those days. But today we are going to do, it'll probably end up being close to a half hour. It's what I consider to be the fun exercises. They're all fun, but these ones are far more intricate. And so if you are new to Pilates, please don't try these. Work through some of the basics videos and those 10-minute workout videos that I did just to get used to the movement patterns. These are all combinations of some of those other movements and a couple of new ones thrown in. I won't teach a lot, I will just cue, and hopefully I won't die. I'm not doing it up on the reformer. I know it's easier to film from there, but there's one transition that chances are I would fall off the reformer, and it might make for a good video, but I don't want to do it. So anyway, we're going to do jackknife, swan dive, swimming, leg pull front, leg pull, control balance, side kick kneeling, and boomerang. And then we'll just do an inchworm to finish. So I'm assuming that you've already done the other 30-minute one. So we ended off with teasers. And so next, we're jumping around a bit now, but we'll start with jackknife. On your backs, legs up to the ceiling, hands by your side. It starts as a rollover. Take the legs away as far as you can maintain a nice neutral pelvis. Inhale, legs to the ceiling. Exhale, knees over nose. Inhale, you're going to lift your legs up as high to the ceiling, opening up at the hip joint as much as possible without pressure on your head. And then keeping that hip joint as open as you can, articulating that spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Eventually, you're going to have to close the hip joint, otherwise your neck will go crazy. And again, knees over nose, open it up, and articulating down vertebrae by vertebrae. When you're in this position and you're looking at your stomach and you see these horizontal rolls, don't worry about it, that's just skin. What you don't want to see is a vertical roll, because that means that your rectus abdominis is kicking in, but your transverse abdominis is not. So horizontal rolls are just fine. Vertical rolls are not. Relax through the neck and shoulders as much as possible. Good. Bend the legs. Come onto your stomach. We're going to do swan dive. We did a prep of this in one of the 10-minute ones, but we'll do the full one. We'll work up to it. Abdominals lifted, pubic bone pushed down, hands by your shoulders, elbows in close to your body, and forearms down on the mat. Lifting through those abdominals, do not push the stomach down. Pretend you've got a marble in front of your nose. Roll that marble away with your nose. Articulate up through the spine. Use your exhale, push into the palms of your hands into full extension. Pubic bone is still down on the mat. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back. Inhale here. And exhale, as if somebody's got me by the ears and is pulling my head away from my body. Lengthen down. This time we will rock. Inhale, roll that marble away with your nose. Exhale, nice lifted abdominals. Release the hands away. Let the legs come up and push yourself back up. And release away. The thighs are coming off the ground, not the feet. So think of the thighs lifting, the abdominals lifted. Or you can go into the full up. Gets into the back extensors. That wasn't very pretty, I just know it. And reaching away. Haven't done the full in a very long time. All right, pushing up to, I'm going to actually ditch my mat. So pushing up to leg pull and leg pull front. Nice plank position, shoulders under, or wrists under the shoulders. Lift one leg up, flex both feet, you'll go back. Point both feet, you'll go forwards. Flex both feet back, abdominals lifted, point both feet forwards. One more. Flex both feet back, point both feet forward, switch legs. Hips should not be moving. Flex both feet back, point both feet forward. This is really good for articulation through that big toe, not to mention core work. And forward. Now you're going to place one hand beside the other, reach the other hand up and over, and then switch it so that your fingertips are pointing in towards your butt, or out to the side, but nothing else. Flex one foot, kick it up, don't let the hips drop, and reach it away. Switch legs, flex, up, and reach away. Flex, up, reach away. Keep the hips nice and high. Up. Reach away. One more. Flex up. Reach away. And flex up. Reach away. Now, as you lower down, reach your butt for your hands. Otherwise, you lower down and load the shoulders too much. Already realized that I forgot swimming, so we'll do that now. Back onto your stomachs. Again, as always on your stomach, make sure your abdominals are lifting off the mat, not pushing down. Okay? Hands are reaching out. Shoulder blades pull down your back. Legs are turned out. Pubic bone is down. Belly button is lifted. Legs are hip width apart. Lift one leg in the opposite arm and switch. Now the goal in this is no movement in the torso whatsoever. Shoulder blades are sliding down your back, no hunching your shoulders. And you're lifting from the thighs, squeezing the glutes. Lift those abdominals. And you go as fast as you can maintain a steady core. And when you're done, reach everything long and then lower down and push back into child's pose. Just give your lower back a bit of a break. All right, control balance. Another rollover combination exercise. Seriously? Oh, right, that's coming. Okay. Hands by your side. I'm just going to take myself down a bit. Exhale, knees over nose. Inhale, hands up to the, or legs up to the ceiling. Circle the arms around. I'm doing this backwards. Oh well. And reaching. And up. And reaching. And up. Try to keep the hips absolutely still in space. Don't let them come forward or back as you do this movement. And since we started with the legs up, extended, we will circle the arms back this way. And then drop the legs parallel to the floor and articulate the spine back down. Now we'll do it the other way. Knees over nose. With the legs there, circle the arms around. Drop one leg, lift the other. Again, trying to keep the hips still in space. They are going to move a little closer to your face as you lift that leg. And one more. Bring the legs back down to parallel. Circle the arms around. And articulate the spine back down. Bending the legs, just give yourself a bit of a stretch. All right. Now for the one I don't want to do. I really don't want to do it. But that's okay. I did not do hill repeats this morning, so we should be good. On your knees. I should probably go a little further back here. You're going to reach over to the side. Take that leg up. Keep the thigh parallel to the floor. Hand can be on your hip. Can be on your head. Whatever works. Flex that foot. Not a lot of weight on the hand here. Make sure the hip is over the knee so that you really don't have a lot of weight. Flex that foot, bring it forward. The leg should stay parallel in space. My torso is staying reasonably steady as much as possible. I'm not crunching in and I'm not arching my back when I go back. I'm trying to stay nice and still. I do like to put a finger on my hip and a thumb on my rib cage and just try to make sure that those don't move. Bring it back forward, tap in front and tap behind, and tap in front and tap behind. Double check that you don't have a whole lot of weight on your supporting arm. Make sure your hip is still over your knee. Two more, and one more. And circle in one direction. Try to keep the thigh nice and high. 4, 5, and reverse. 2, 3, 4. That one's a killer. 5. Bend the leg. Come up and over to the other side. Flex that foot. Kick it forward and point. Reach it back and flex forward, point back. Make sure abdominals are nice and tight. Point back, flex forward, point back. One more. Flex forward, point back. Oh, I had a lot of weight on my hand there. And tap, and tap, and tap, and tap, 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 tap. One more. And take it out and circles. Now I'm dying again. 3, 4, 5, and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend that leg with control, come up, and then collapse down and push back into child's pose. Alternate which butt cheek you're pushing down on your heels, just to stretch it out a smidge. Well, glad to have made it through that one this time. All right, boomerang. I love boomerang, it's fun. Rollovers, teasers combined. Right leg over left. Rounding forward, grab your ankles, give yourself a nice little stretch. Take an inhale. On your exhale, place your hands by your hips. Push back, roll over. Now in this position, widen to hip width, recross, left leg on top. Exhale up into a teaser position. Reach for your toes. Push the hands behind you. Control the descent of your legs. Let your hips open. And then round forward. Grab your ankles. Give a stretch. Your left leg should be on top. Push back. Knees over nose. Widen to hip width. Recross. Right leg on top. Up into teaser. Push the hands behind you. Lower those legs. Grab the ankles. Push back. Try to keep the legs straight, but you can push off with that bottom leg if you need to. Articulating up into teaser. Push the hands behind you. Don't let your shoulders hunch. Control that descent. And rounding forward, last one. Exhaling, knees over nose. Legs widen to hip width and recross. Take it up into teaser. Oh, just about lost it. Push the hands behind you. Control that descent. And enjoy that stretch. Now, normally we would go into seal, but we've already done that. So I'm just going to finish with an inchworm. And you can do push-ups if you want. I just do not have the shoulder mobility to do push-ups. I've got a recovering frozen shoulder. So you can kind of see, okay, we'll do it like this. All right. Legs are together. Take your hands over your head. Make sure your ribs stay in here. Starting at the top of your head. Articulating over. Get your hands on the floor. Try to keep your legs straight if you can. Walk your hands forward. Try not to let your hips drop too much. If you want to, you can go into push-up, or you could drop down to an elbow and drop down to an elbow and lift up and lift up. Push back, walk the hands back, let everything hang, then slowly articulating the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll do one more and drop it down. Walk those hands forward. Either 3 push-ups or drop down to an elbow, elbow, hand, hand, push back. Get a nice stretch in your calves as you're doing this. Walk it back, let everything hang. Lift your abdominals in this position. Circles from the shoulders. Just let the arms hang and be weights that pull down out of your shoulder girdle. And switch the direction. Let that head hang, totally relaxed. Stop the arms, gently nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Give shoulders a bit of a shake. Exhale everything out, the floor comes a little closer. And then let your inhale stack your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, tucking the tailbone under, aligning the ribs over the hips, aligning the ears over your shoulders, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed that. I will continue to post a couple videos here and there. I want to show you ways to tweak some of the basic exercises and make them harder, because we all want it to be harder. So anyway, have a great day. Stay safe, stay sane, and to all of those healthcare workers who are still on the front lines, thank you.